Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Coop Survival. Today, I hope you enjoyed, first of all, that little montage of things and stuff at the end. Now, we're actually going to be using that stuff for. Mainly because the idea of this is because not many people on the server actually have the things like elytra and diamond armor like regularly. Collect up a bunch of stuff. I think there's a little bit more that's lying up in there. What we're going to do, as by the title, we're going to be doing a reverse wishing fountain. So we are going to be modding this fountain. Yeah, okay. So does that just spit the items out as the way I was thinking it? Do a reverse wishing fountain so it shoots items out of it rather than, you know, throwing pennies in or whatever the equivalent of that would be. You know, it throws stuff in, it throws stuff out. Now, in my testing, I found out that droppers, if they're underneath a block like this, like if the droppers where that trapdoor is facing upwards, it will shoot upward. When it shoots upwards, it will launch the item out, always to the north side in testings. So I hope that's going to stay true here. My redstone box, that's why I've got to, you know, brain for maintenance and upgrades, because we're going to upgrade to a reverse wishing fountain. Now, how I plan on doing this, I'm probably going to set some kind of timer. In theory, I want some kind of light indicator for when it's going to shoot. If everyone gets stuff, but I also need a retrieval mechanism. There's kind of a few things on here. So it depends, I guess depending on how long I do a timer for, I could then on the thing I'm going to do a hopper timer, which then, when it activates, it'll shoot the item, but when I guess on the falling edge of the timer, it will then send out a minecart to pick up the item if it's not been taken, essentially. Yeah, I need to do it with staying, because I want to put all 4 beacons around the edge. Like, I want to have 4 beacons around here. I've already expanded the things, so we have places to put them. Yeah, I want to try and keep the aesthetic of this. But I'm probably going to change all these blocks out to slabs so I can put a minecart under it, rolling around. Or I guess I can do actually instead of a minecart, I could actually just do a hopper with a redstone torch under it, and it deactivates. How does that work entirely? Actually, no, I forget. No, it doesn't stop things. No, it does. Yeah, no, that should work. I haven't actually done a full. I haven't thought about that, so I haven't really thought to do. I'm gonna get started here. We'll be back in a sec. Now, I've set it up to where we can put a test in, so I'm just going to put some unique blocks and stuff just so we can see where they spread out to. Yeah. I don't know how well this actually. So, yeah, everything kind of lands around the edge here. So we could easily set up some and stuff here. Put things up. Realize not all of it got shot. I guess that wouldn't really matter actually once it's full. It's going to be random anyway. This is just to test where the things got shot out to anyway. Fine on that. So everything gets shot out to the edge of this block, which means we can put hoppers, like redstone torches behind them or something. Along the edge of them rather. But oh, my redstone box is up top. Take those. That's an example. That there. That's not in the right spot. Bad example if it doesn't know what I'm talking about. That. Then we powered them with some torches on the front side like that. Put it there. It doesn't pick that up then, does it? Yeah. Then if so on the falling edge of the hopper clock, we then, you know, remove that power. They then go into it, and then they start to go into the system. Alright, yeah, because they won't get picked up from that. I'll probably need to leave them off for a certain amount of time then. Good thing to note. Alright guys, we are back. And got it set up. This works on daylight sensor, so when it turns day, it will stop outputting a signal. And it will cause power this block, which will it'll unpower this block, what I'm on about, and then it'll send the item up. Then this will stop being powered to unlock this hopper, which then starts the clock. Essentially move these over here. Starting a thing with it because I forgot to set this to the nighttime one for it to be daytime, because it meant to an inversion. It'll be like that. So then after all this is about 4.5 minutes worth of timer, and then it'll continue to do its thing. Then once that's all gone through, then it'll push this out, and then it will retrieve the item by unpowering this, or powering it so it enables the hoppers to pick up items. Conveniently, it's nighttime, so we can have a test of this. Hopefully it stops raining by the time it turns day. Stop raining, thank you. Then unpower this, it will shoot the item up, and it will sit here. Oh, there's another item. Wait, I think we'll just throw one down as a test. I know it didn't shoot two. I think I might have just had that one lying there from a test. Then it'll start activating this hopper clock, which once all the items get through to here, will help it out just for the sake of an example. And the last little bit, that'll let it go through by itself. And then we'll power this, pick up the item, and send it back through. So that's just if the items don't get picked up by a player. And the clock will actually continue to run until it turns nighttime again, which is the only problem with this. Is that. And unless the issue is when hopper becomes fully and it starts passing items back and it gets shut off. I would have to manually be able to push the redstone block. Yeah, just the whole mess. I'd rather just have somewhat random timing on this, because it'll probably be like, there won't ever be a point where it will be like a super short timing, really. It'll be a rare thing, so I think I'm just going to leave it and deal with it. But that's the fountain done. Functionally, at least. Now we need to put everything back into place and make it look as good as new. Or I guess, somewhat new, since there's algae everywhere. Right, now some of you may or may not be wondering, why didn't I just put the entire thing on a clock in the first place? And you know what? Yes. We've gone and done that, because I don't know why I did it with the daylight sensor in the first place. So just as an example, I'll throw the items in here. It shoots the item up and out, and then it gets put back in. And if we wait a bit, it gets shut out. And then it takes the stuff back in. Yeah? I don't know why I didn't do that. Sorry about that weird zoom in, guys, for that entire bit of the footage. I will put a notification to say that is not the entire episode. At the start of this episode, sure you guys already know this. Back to normal now. And I just wanted to quickly show off the beach of what it looks like with that grass kind of going all the way down it. As you can see, quite nice. Just breaks everything up a bit. Yeah, essentially it. But now, on to some interesting part. A bit of a derp montage. Enjoy me derping while trying to build the redstone. the send back system in the Llama Express, as you can see above my head. We have llamas in there now, because I've done it. Well, you guys might enjoy a little bit of a derp montage of how many times I failed because the concept wasn't flawed. The way I executed it was flawed from the start. You have the fun thing of watching me debug it all in derp form. But yeah, this is how you enter and leave the station, just pressing that, and this will be the output. I've just currently got it looped for now. It's just filled up with llamas. Oh, they have gotten stuck. That didn't happen in testing. That's not good. I might need to make it faster then. Right, are you fast enough now to push the other llama off? No, they really don't push each other. Okay, this has all gone wrong. So one goes back up and in. Then we press the button. Another one goes back up and in. And we press the button. And I already noticed the flaw with this. Maybe I should activate both. Both. Oh, I can't do both though. God damn it. Okay. Right, so after some derping in that last clip, people are probably like wondering why the hell I didn't just do this. You know, down here so it does it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay? I don't know. You know, I just don't know what I was thinking. That wasn't gonna work. I've double derped this. Oh, we finally have it working. Oh, that's such a relief. I feel like... I guess I felt like something was wrong because I feel way better about this. Okay, my next question is, why the hell are you here? Oh, for goodness. I love this project for the aesthetic of just being able to pull out llamas has been a long and arduous one. Some of you may have realized this was all gonna fail from the start. How I did the redstone in the first place. Why do I have a torch next to him? It defeats the entire point of this thing. It's ruined everything. This torch, when it goes on, will power this rail and this rail. I don't know what I was thinking. I specifically made it so the other one, the one that's under here, is powering under this. I just didn't do the same thing here. And I've absolutely played myself. So it's the second day. I went to bed after that, essentially. And we've done it now. It now actually fully functions. I have been testing it. I also had to bring up this rail here and just have the rails be like this. They were, when it went around the corner so close to here, their head would suffocate in this block here, same on the other end. So, that's now done. It's been a series of derps. A lot of them, in fact, a lot of derps have been while making this. I don't know what this is. I had some stripped dark oak in my inventory from last night. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that and the little derping montage right there. This thing is actually working. As you can see, all llamas are stocked and coloured. So when they're selected on this wheel, it will now send the correct one. And we'll quickly show it off. So if you go to that colour, oh wait, that's not the request button, that's the request button. We then get the light blue llama. If we want to send him back, we can do so. Leave this on light blue. And it does work with multiple llamas. Now, so this button here, when I press it, it cycles both powered rails to activate for a split second, which moves all the little llamas. Then there's room to be put into the bag. And it does work properly now. That's how I followed up this entire thing, otherwise that would have been a very painstaking process. So over here, I just wanted to quickly show, we have now added the farmer villagers in all of these. So the ones at the top is like beetroot, potato and carrots in that order. Just toss them into this villagers, but they get stuck in the hopper minecarts. And then with this guy at the bottom, his inventory was full of seeds, but since that snapshot where they now compost them, he now uses the composter and gets rid of them all. I think at this point his inventory is actually full of wheat because he's not got anything to throw them into. Every time he harvests, I think he does pick up the seeds so he can replant them. But then there's also wheat on the floor, which a minecart hopper will come underneath and retrieve them. Send them all up into the chute, goes up to the top, and then sorts them into here. As you can see, we've got carrots, wheat is full and it's just kind of filling up the hopper slowly. Beetroot, pump. Wait, what? Oh no, something's gone wrong. Oh, I don't like when this thing messes up. When the pumpkin one messes up, because basically, I'm fairly certain this is how it works. Quickly, just, yeah, all these are full. But that's not the thing. There it is. The hoppers, as you can see up there, like the item filters are split on a chunk border. So I think happens is sometimes when the end one gets powered, this will be fixed later on, however. When it sends the signal through to open it up, it like sometimes distracts them. So if I'm all the way like over there and I unload the back end of this item filter while the torch is off, the torch will stay off and let all the items through in the filter and completely just reset the filter and dismantle it. That might have happened here with the pumpkins, because it always seems to happen with the pumpkins, and that's probably why there are so many goddamn pumpkins. I'm going to check that out off camera and see what's gone on there, because that bottom one should be lit up. And thank you guys for watching this episode. Like and subscribe does mean a lot to know that the people who are viewing this series actually like what they're seeing. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next episode.